Well, hmm. I was, man, I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say. Man, I just recently watched the video "Damsel in Distress" by Anita Sarkeesian, and quite frankly, I really, I, I'm not sure if is this a was is this a joke? This is a joke, right? I mean, 'cause seriously. I mean, she did, point out a lot of good points, you know, as far as, females in video games always, seem to be taking the damsel role, but, she seemed to point out just the females that actually play the damsel role. As if there are no females in the video game community and that has lead female protagonist roles who are awesome, by the way. I mean, like, really. Okay. Devil May Cry 4. Lady. She didn't have much screen time in Devil May Cry 4. Devil May Cry 3, she was a supporting character. She didn't take the main role, but she most definitely was not a damsel in distress. So, Mary, if you would like to call her that, I don't see where it fits where she's where she could possibly be a damsel in distress. And then we have Trish. I mean, sure, she was a damsel in distress and some form in the first Nick game, but after that, she was a beast. And we're gonna be moving on from that game. How about all the female characters in yeah, all the female characters in Street Fighter? How about that? We got freaking Chun-Li, Cammy, we got Crimson Viper, we got Junie. I don't really know Street Fighter characters like that. We have, can't remember the name, Ibuki. Like, what the heck? I guess they're all damsel. I guess M Bison or Vega, if you would, for those who like to call them that. They're just holding them up somewhere, and ooh, Shadow and all that stuff. Like I said, I don't know much about Street Fighter, but yeah, it's still like it's not. He's not. Where is this all coming from? Why are you making a video about this? I mean, seriously. I mean, sure, Sonic, Amy Rose, but at least Amy can actually hold her own. The Sonic CD, you go under the protagonist of Sonic the Hedgehog, and you have to say Amy Rose. Save her, yes. Yes, that's the whole entire point of the entire game. Yeah, that is why they released it again. Yeah, that's the only reason why they released Sonic CD again. As if them releasing Sonic the Fighters had nothing to do with nostalgia. It was all because of they want it's so that you can beat up female characters on the game. Yeah, that's the real reason why. Yeah, Sonic CD, they released that game just so you can save Amy because, women are so objectified and, oh, we always have to be, we're the strong ones and it's not fair and we're always, the weaker ones and this, that, and, I mean, come on now. I myself having to have a lifestyle that pretty much revolves around females in general. My immediate family, females. Other people outside of my immediate family, not females. So where you guys get this whole this feminist attitude thing? Freaking Bayonetta! I'm so upset right now. Freaking Bayonetta! Are you serious? Come on. Okay. Bayonetta is a weak character. She can't hold off on her own. She gets captured, and she's just a sex object, and she can't be taken seriously, and well, apparently she can't fight off anybody. I mean, she can't fight. I mean, there's even another female antagonist character on there, and she can't hold up on her own because, well, she's female, and that's just how it is. And so we have to get somebody like Dante from a totally different game and to be in Bayonetta, but because of the fact that Hideki Kamiya doesn't have the rights to Devil May Cry anymore, he couldn't do that for Bayonetta. So Bayonetta and Jean, if I believe that's her name, they were just two weak individuals fighting each other, and it just never worked out, and the game flopped. Moving on. Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Well, I'm sure there's a lot of female characters on there that kick major butt. I'm trying not to. I'm really like trying to censor myself. I'm not cursing at all at this point. Freaking Phoenix, man. I'm upset. I'm upset. I'm so mad. I'm so mad. We even have Blaze Blue. I mean, sure, Noelle gets, captured. But then she becomes this goddess of some sort. A Murakumo unit, if you will, who is also a female. And she's a beast. And then we also have Lambda 11. I mean, not essentially female, but technically, well, not technically female, but, well, come on, it's female. Kicks butt. We also have Makoto Nanaya. She kicks butt. She holds her own. All these female characters that I have played seem to hold their own. Even Amy Rose of Sonic the Hedgehog series, she holds her own. Rouge the Bat, she holds her own. There's where does freaking Catwoman holds her own? I mean, sure, there are times when I even have Dead Island. You got two female characters in there that can hold their own. I'm sorry, I'm moving this thing right now because I'm a little upset. This feminist attitude thing, I don't like it anymore. I really don't. I mean, I'm all for equality and all that lovely stuff. I mean, I'm really all for that. But if you're going to be a feminist, don't. If you're, want to support feminism, if you're going for feminism, if you want to be, how do I say this, equal to men, then don't freaking, like, how can I put this? It's like you're objectifying yourself here. It's like you're putting yourself in a position of someone helpless right now. I mean, sure, great that you're stating, you're stating this and putting it out there, for everyone to see, and it's like, oh my gosh, I so totally agree. It's great that you're doing that, but why are you disabling comments? Why are you disabling likes and dislikes? Why do you not allow anybody to actually have an adult conversation with you? Why is that? Nobody can point out their opinion. Oh my gosh, it's like freaking Capcom and Ninja Theory all over again. Oh gosh. Your opinions don't matter. You're just a bunch of whiners. Okay, with the whole with this in this state of situation right now, it's more like it doesn't matter what you say. You're a bunch of egotistical males who want to rape women and blah 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 blah. We are strong, blah, 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 blah. We will dominate, blah, 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 because we are women, blah, blah, blah. Downed male egos and stuff like that. It's freaking stupid. It's stupid. Yes, my emotions are getting the best of me, and I'm totally sorry about that. But, gosh, like I said, you've made a lot of great points to a certain group of games, like a certain number of games. You just pointed out what they are about. You don't even go and think about Lara Croft, Samus Aran, Bayonetta, the two chicks who I can't remember that's on Dead Island, because I haven't played the game that much. Freaking Chun-Li, Cammy, Junie, Ibuki, Crimson Viper, Trish, Lady of Devil May Cry. And there's a bunch of other games that had female protagonists. And as you did point out that Peach did have her own game, her one only game, one game where she was the main protagonist. And you say, oh, we'll get on to that. But you didn't. Maybe it's in part 2. Maybe I gotta watch part 2. But really, it's like, why didn't you just talk about it? Why didn't you? Why didn't you talk about it in that one video when you said, okay, and I'll get to that? You didn't. You just like skipped it. It was just, oh, well, Peach had her own video game. Moving on. Okay. I'm sorry. How do you not mention Samus Aran? How do you not mention her? Because she's not a damsel in distress, and that wouldn't just not make my video look stupid. So I'm just gonna target the weak characters who are always damsel in distress in these video games, who I happen to always have issues with, and don't get mad at me for that. I'm not mad at you for that. I'm not. I'm just a little curious as to why you didn't point out any of the female characters that can hold their own, that has held their own. Why didn't you do that? You didn't even admit that. At least I don't think you did. I would have to probably watch it again. But, really, it's so stupid. It's ridiculous. Hey, you want to talk about any of the RPG games? How about Tales of Symphonia? Shina Fujibayashi, eh? Yeah, she held her own pretty darn well. She wasn't no freaking, I'm weak and My arm hurts and I need a man to save me. Put a band-aid on it. I mean, come on. Even part two. Even in part two. I mean, Marta, that's her name. I can't get... No, not Castagne. That's Emil's last name. I can't remember her last name. But, she's part of the Vanguard. She had pretty awesome skills, too. Sure, she comes out like, thanks, Emil, for saving me. I mean, sure, she's like that, but that's just her personality. Okay? That's just her personality. You can't beat somebody down because that's their personality. No, but that's the way they made her character, and yeah, well, Emil was a weak little boy. Don't want to talk about that? And guess who pretty much made him become a better person, a better man, if you will. It was Marta. And, you know, his other supporting friends, which was a dog-like character. I believe his name was can't remember these people's names. I gotta play it again. I haven't played it in a while. Not Cerberus, damn. What's the name? Well, anyway, forget that. But yeah, he had a group of... He had gained friends thanks to Marta. Marta had an important role. Supporting character, but a very important role. She was female. She still is female, I mean. So I don't know where you get this all... I know where you get it from, but I don't know why you don't point these out. You're pretty much sending a message that this is what video gaming and companies are all about. This is what the video game community is all about. It's only about objective. That's the kind of message you're sending out. That's just what it is. I mean, Blade Kitten. There's another female protagonist game. She can hold her own. I mean, sure, it's a game targeted for, I guess, females. I don't know. I play it. I like the game. But still, it's like, what's the big deal? There are numerous, abundant amount of games with female supporting characters. How about that other game that I did not like because I just didn't like the game. What was it called? It was Blades of Time. There we go. Blades of Time. There's another game. And Mr. Rep has also pointed out a lot of games from the 80s and the 90s and some of the more recent games that had female protagonists as well, including Samus Aran, which I'm really upset you didn't mention. I'm very upset since you were all up in the Nintendo, business, all that video game company. You didn't mention Samus for some reason. It kind of irks me. You didn't mention her. Mind you, she's usually by herself. Almost no male support characters. But hey, it's whatever. Anyway, I'm DemiDon. I'm just complete. I'm gonna see if she does part 2. If she does part 2, because she's getting a lot of rap about this. If she does part 2, if she did part 2, I don't even know. I don't know what the heck happened. But anyway, Yeah, I only saw part one, and if she did a part two, I'll go watch it. You know, just so to see if she does mention Samus Aran, if she does mention Super Princess Peach for the Nintendo DS, if she mentions them. But if she doesn't mention anything like regarding the video game characters, the female protagonists that can hold their own, or the female supporting characters that have very important roles, then dag nabbit. Anita, I'm sorry, Anita, do your research. And if you have done your research, lay the facts on the freaking table. Don't, oh my gosh, we're so weak and I been it. Don't do that. Really. It, it's it's just it's just making other people upset. And I know the way I've done this is just not right, but you know what? I don't care. It's one take. I'm done. DemiDon signing out. Peace.